When it comes to the budget, I would rather put up the fight now than prolong it. Use a shutdown as a bargaining chip to cut spending, secure the border, and restore America to energy independence. Those three things must be tied to any future spending bills. How often do we talk about this? Every night. If we brought oil back down to $45 a barrel, Vladimir Putin couldn't afford to invade anyone. It would end the war in Ukraine almost instantly. Why would we financially break Russia with low oil prices? That's what we need to be doing. And we wouldn't have to send any more aid to Ukraine. That's the key. Break them with the oil, but not this administration. Think what else energy independence would do, by the way. It would bring inflation back down here in the United States. It would put more money in all of your pockets. Combine those things, and the economy takes off again. But everything about this current 45-day stopgap spells uncertainty. The markets hate uncertainty. It would have been far better, in my opinion, to stand and fight now rather than later. And speaking of fighting now, another battle is brewing. The battle to oust Speaker McCarthy. That quest is being led by Florida's Matt Gaetz.
At this time, next week, Kevin McCarthy is still Speaker of the House. It will be because the Democrats bailed him out, and he can be their Speaker, not mine.
All right, well, I think Matt Gaetz will be hard-pressed to find Republican votes needed to oust McCarthy. And quite frankly, we don't want ourselves being beholden to Democrats, putting ourselves in a spot where we're relying on Democrats for everything to save McCarthy or to oust him. If you watch this show, you know I am no fan of the Speaker. I think he abandoned the deal he made with conservatives to allow him to take the role of Speaker. He didn't live up to any of the deals that he said he would. Single-issue spending bills, rules of order, real action on Joe Biden corruption. McCarthy responded to the Gaetz threat.
I want to secure the border. He wants to secure interviews. That's okay. Let him do that. But the only way he can be successful is if Democrats go along with him. I think this job and this country and this Congress is too important. Let's finish the work we have to do. Let's focus on the task before us, and let's keep going.
So Matt Gaetz says that he will offer up the motion to vacate the chair. It only takes one member of Congress to do that. He says he'll do it this week. We shall see how that play out. Now, I will acknowledge that the earlier bill last week to fund the government was better than what we passed over the weekend. See, it included 8% across the board cuts, money for border security, things we didn't get in this new bill. But it also included Ukraine money, which is why I would have voted no for it back then. If I had to choose, I'd rather have that bill, though, than this one. But when that bill failed, I was under the impression that members of Congress would hold firm on the shutdown threats. Instead, to me, it looks like they all chickened out. So while some in conservative media want to blame, quote, hardliners like Gaetz and the other conservative Republicans for the recent failure, I want to remind everyone, let's remember who put us in this position. That is Republican leadership, Speaker McCarthy and his crew. They had 9 months to come up with a plan, and they failed to do so. 9 months to bring individual funding bills forward. We never should have been in this position in the first place.